A 3-year-old boy not only remembers his murder in the past life, but also recognizes his killer in a shockingly surreal incident. A 3-year-old boy has not only revealed the details of his murder in his past life, but has also recognized his killer. The boy, who belongs to the Druze ethnic group in the Golan Heights region near the Syrian and Israeli border, has a long, red birthmark on his head and claims that he was murdered with an axe, according to Druze beliefs. Birthmarks are related to past life deaths, and when the boy was old enough to talk, he told his family that he had been killed with an axe blow to his head. It is customary for Druze elders to take a child at the age of 3 to the home of his previous life if he remembers it. The boy already knew the village he was from, and upon reaching the village, he also remembered his past life name. Village locals told the elders that the man who the boy was claiming to be a reincarnation of had gone missing before 4 years. The boy also remembered the full name of his killer, who upon confrontation turned white and refused to admit to the murder. The 3-year-old then claimed that he could take the elders to the very spot where the body was buried. On reaching the spot, they not only discovered the skeleton, but also the wound to the head, which was strikingly similar to the boy's birthmark. They also found the axe that had killed the boy in his previous life. The killer then had no option but to admit to the crime. The entire story has been documented in German therapist Trutz Hardou's book Children Who Have Lived Before. Reincarnation Today. From Deccan Chronicle, May 21, 2014. Howard Storm came back from death to follow a path towards a new life. Howard Storm had a near-death experience due to a medical emergency while visiting Paris in 1985. It changed him from an atheist and put him on a path that led him to becoming an ordained minister. It led him from anger and self-centeredness to dedicating his life to helping others find peace and happiness. It changed his beliefs about life and the afterlife. Ultimately, touching death awoke him to the beauty of life. From his book, My Descent into Death, he relates, "I was standing up. I opened my eyes to see why I was standing up. I was between the 2 hospital beds in the hospital room. This wasn't right. Why was I alive? I had wanted oblivion, escape from the all-consuming, unbearable pain. Could this be a dream? I kept thinking, this has got to be a dream. But I knew that it wasn't. I was aware that I felt more alert, more aware, and more alive than I had ever felt in my entire life. All my senses were extremely vivid. Everything around and in me was alive. The linoleum tiles on the floor were slick and cool, and my bare feet felt moist and clammy against them. The bright light of the room illuminated every detail in crystal clarity. The mix of odors of stale urine, sweat, residue of bleach from the sheets, and enamel paint filled my nostrils. The sounds of my breathing and the blood rushing through my veins hummed in my ears. The surface of my skin tingled with the sensations of air moving across it. My mouth tasted stale and dry. How bizarre to feel all of my senses heightened and alert, as if I had just been born. Thoughts raced through my mind. This is no dream. I am more alive than I have ever been. This is too real. I squeezed my fists and was amazed how much I was feeling in my hands just by making a fist. I could feel the bones in my hands, the muscles expand and contract, skin pressed against skin. I touched my body with my hands in several places and everything was intact, alive. My head, shoulders, arms, abdomen, and thighs were all intact. I pinched myself and it hurt. I was aware of the problem in my stomach, but it was not as severe as before. It was more of a memory of the pain. I was profoundly aware of my situation and of the necessity of having an operation as soon as possible. In every respect, I was more alive than I had ever been in my life. From Life After Life blog, February 6, 2021. Howard Storm. Life After Death. NDE, Near-Death Experiences, My Descent into Death. A book by Howard Storm.